Okay. Let's do this. I don't even have any water. There he goes. Let me open the window for him. I just closed it. How's that? There you go, little Tangy. There you go, little Tango. He said, thanks, that's real nice of you and stuff. Hello, welcome to my tube, my tiny little tube. My name is Margie. I'm Heyoka. Empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. Right now I feel pretty good, but it's been kind of a rough day for me. Got up extra early. We're having trouble. My about had a heart. Mom about gave me a heart attack because we got up this morning. She's like, "Can you help me? I can't walk." And it was her right foot, and so got her to the bathroom, got her back, sat down. I took off her socks. I got some warm water. I got some Epsom salt. Started soaking her foot, and then just started freaking working on her legs, like rubbing on her legs to get the circulation going. And it was sore for about an hour, and she was good, right? Couple hours, would you say?
Yes.
Right? But then you're good. And then this evening she got up. I think she was crossing her legs this evening. She's like, because she was limping again. I'm like, is it doing it again? So now I'm gonna start a schedule of PT, little physical therapy. So we're gonna be working on Mom's circulatory system, and just keep that blood flow going, because she don't like to go out and walk around and stuff much. So I gotta be creative and come up with workarounds and stuff. So we do laps in the house, but we're doing more now. We're gonna step up our game, aren't we, Ma? Yeah? How you feeling now, Ma? Feel good? She's got such a freaking good attitude about stuff, So that happened. And then, so I didn't go to I was going to go to the farmer's market and go to the coffee shop today. And I just was like, you know what? I'm going to table all that, and I'm going to stay home close to Ma. Mom likes to look out the window and watch the little cats play. And you see her over here all, hand over her mouth, Tango just came in. He's over here taking a little siesta. So, there's a lot of things that are going on the world stage that are pretty unbelievable. And there's so many people crossing over. And as I understand soul contracts, it's like people decide, okay, when you can go with this group if you want, and so people like to go together. And when people transition over to heaven, source, collective, whatever you want to call it, whenever they turnover happens, the way I see it is that they reach the highest vibrational frequency of truth and love, and we need that now. And there was another angel earned Monday. I didn't even know about it yesterday. I didn't know about it until yesterday. A woman that's been significant, and I don't know, pretty much like the last year. Ever since I started listening to her stories on the Dark Outpost, Jessie Zaboter, where I feel like we're pretty close in frequency, and one of her organizations for veterans even sent me an Afghan. So I like to wrap that up. It's kind of like my armor of God when I sleep at night, so to speak. And her son was killed, 17 years old, in a car accident when his truck went off a cliff, as I understand it. And that's like 6 people I know of in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. It's like so many people. It's so much grief right now. So many people are just like turmoil, and why. I even found myself going, God, cut me some fucking slack, man. Don't be a dick, God. I need a break, man. I need a break. It's been 4 years. I need a break. And I ain't gonna get one unless somebody freaking comes knocking on my door that is trustworthy and says, hey, I can hang out with your mom for a couple days. So that's the likelihood of any kind of break happening for me anytime soon isn't. So for all those people that are, not really excited about these energies that coming up, I just listened to an astrology talk by Astrology by Heather, and Aries is, volatile moon. I'm like, dude, I'm always Aries. People think I'm volatile, and I'm not, So it's all about perspective and where your heart space vibrates from, One person's freaking terrifying is another person's freaking roller coaster ride. So to each his own. I'm a little bit more on the skittish side myself. I'm not an adrenaline junkie anymore. Maybe I was at one time, but I like to keep it even keel, man. People like me, it ain't good for our highs to get so high and lows to get so low, and all the extreme in between. And so because people are kind and loving to me and support me and my channel and what I'm trying to do here, that I got to send some money to help with the funeral costs of her 17-year-old son. And the part that sucks is that people have put ill intentions out towards her, And it's not just towards her, is that people freaking wish ill on people's kids and stuff like that. And this stuff, words are spells, man. People make this stuff happen, man. And there's this asshat, this fucktard. He calls himself a bishop. He's a piece of shit is what he is. I saw him on Roseanne. I've seen him on Roseanne a couple times. I can't listen to the guy more than 5 minutes because the fucking D-bag in me, the ego in me, just sees it in him, and I just can't freaking stand it, man. I just can't stand him, And he's that's the thing. Spiritual, how much do you rely on God, and how grossly obese can you be at the same time? Because to me, you can't have one without the other, and he is grossly obese. So that tells me his faith is a little bit more shallow than he likes to put forth. Anyway, he thought it would be a good idea to, she's, the woman is like, a witness and freaking big things, right? And this freaking dumbass, asshat, bishop bitch, whatever his fucking name is, I don't give a fuck. Dude freaking tells on the internet where all of her kids live in the states in which they live. What a fucking idiot, man. That guy needs to be racked. He needs to be freaking just kicked in his junk as hard as somebody can. That's what he needs. That's what he needs. Yeah, because people like him, man. And it's so hard. What my perspective from this is, because it has nothing to do to me. I've never met Jessie. I just care about the woman. We both had some traumatic events happen in our lives. Hers have been much worse, I think. I don't know. Anyway, but the thing of it is, because I felt myself getting like this rage coming up inside me this morning when every now and again I'll send her a message, and and sometimes she'll send me a picture back, because I like to send people pictures and stuff, and so sometimes, and so we engage, not a lot. I know she's a busy woman, but when I'm thinking about her, I'll let her know. And so I sent her a picture yesterday, and she said, "Thank you. I needed something beautiful today." And then I was like, I got a sense. I was like, something happened. Something happened. I knew immediately something happened. So I started going to where she interviews, and I found George on the Reveal Report, and he was on with what's his face, that Jeff guy. He's almost a little ego for me too, but whatever. Jesus Christ never once told me to go out and buy a Harley Davidson. The people that what God tells people that they deserve, I tell you what, I don't know. God tells me I just deserve to freaking not that, I guess. Anyway, so I heard from there. And then on another talk, there's like a picture of the thumbnail, and it was a rollover and stuff, and I guess he like went off the, and I was like, either somebody had a hand in it, either or he swerved to hit an animal, because from what I understand, I think he lived in the mountains, and I think he's, you know, so it's either or, but you know, he's gone. And I remember hearing her. I think it's the same son that would like go down and hand out and like talk to people on the streets and like share his testimony and stuff like that. And when they lived in Oregon, if it's the same son, but I'm not real sure. And she and I have been in the same places, just not at the same times. Same time. But so just. Oh, more gratitude. That's all I can get out of it. That's the only thing I can think of is when unbelievable happens, just, you know, I just got to thank my higher power, you know, to help get me through this. You know, scary stuff. Careful about crossing your legs, Ma. You want to put your feet up? Want me to get you a footstool? Here, how about this? Just a little bit, just to make it. Put them up there. Put your feet up there. How's that? Is that better? Put your other one up. Is that good? You want me to fold it? Alright, let me move the pillow then. You got it? How's that leg? Yeah? Is it okay? Is it starting to flare again? No? Got it? You got it? Alright. I'll go back to running my mouth. So, whew. Potassium. Yeah, we got, thank you for that. And I know that. And we've been taking our vitamins and stuff too. Did you say liquid potassium or just regular potassium? Regular potassium. I'm going to give you some potassium, Ma.
What does that do?
It aids in circulation. See, we have magnesium. Yep. I'm going to get some tomorrow. Oh, Monday. It's probably closed. Nothing is up. Thank you for that. See, I love recommendations, man. Freaking, people think I'm a know-it-all. God, there's so much I don't know. Oh, shoot. So, the astrology, I'm seeing it kind of play out. More and more people are protesting and stuff. I was watching that. You want to freaking, you think if life is hard and you're going through a hard time, go over and watch the freaking La Palma volcano eruption for a while. You want to put things into perspective a little bit? Holy hell. I was watching it earlier today. I went in and meditated. Mom, you okay? I'm going to give you some potassium. Circulation. That's what's happened. The guy that watches my videos, Nathan, just said that he's had a couple of surgeries because of circulation. And that helps him a lot. So I'm going to get some on Monday when the vitamin store's open. You need help? Yeah. I'm coming. Is it getting worse? Come on. Is it getting bad again? No? Okay. And plus we got Ma sitting on a pillow now. Get out her leash. Get out her leash. Hurry up. I shouldn't have done my talk at this time. This is not the time I should have done my talk. And then Tucker woke up. He started doing that inward sneeze thing in the middle of the night. About gave me a heart attack. I'm just getting too sensitive to this stuff, Ma. I used to be tough as nails, and now it's like, ugh. There you go, Sass. There you go, Sass. She's going, Ma. I got her, Ma. What else? Good girl, Sass. Good girl. Good girl, Sass. Oh, the astrology's... more protests in France.
Where?
France.
In France?
Yeah. But the volcano that I was watching today, Ma,
Yeah.
it was freaking... It looked like the end of a hose.
Oh, really?
And, like, when you spray a hose, that's what it looked like, only hot lava was coming out.
Oh, God, Margie.
And it was spewing boulders up that were like, I don't know, the size of cars, houses.
Oh, my gosh, Margie.
I don't know how big, because I haven't seen I didn't look at the volcano before it started erupting, so it's hard to determine
Which was...
size of projectiles out of it. Good job, Sass. Woo! Sassy! Good girl! Sweet little Sass. I think she's closer to 18 or 19. Sweet old dog.
She's gone through a lot.
Yes.
Just like you have.
2003. Yeah, we both been through a lot. Here, you hang on to her. Hold on, don't. I hate watching you do that. Here. She did real good, Ma. All right, thank you for your patience. Sometimes I gotta step away and take care of stuff. So next time I won't do it a talk it this time. I'll do it a little bit later because this is kind of a. Usually I try to set it so it's. So I do all this stuff and then I get to talk. But life comes up. What are you gonna do? So what else? Yeah, the projectiles coming out of that, I was just like, oh my God. It was just, the force of that, that just tells me that the pressure that people are experiencing inside, it's trying to get out. On a positive note, sometimes I get to make pals with people that watch my videos and, you know, I got a message today. Sometimes I'll message people, check in just because I'm thinking about them. Hey, just wondering how you are, how things going. And I got a positive response that someone was like, I don't want to say who they are in case they're private,
What did
They said that now they're working hard. They got 2 jobs when they didn't have one not too long ago. They're living in a better place. And he said, thank you for all the help and encouragement you have given me. You have helped me see the world from a 5D perspective, and it's paying off.
Oh, how nice.
And I'm like,
You're appreciated. You're appreciated.
it's just,
And your appreciation, you teach others.
I don't have to help anybody. That's how I feel about it. It's like, because I've already helped people. You know what I mean? Like if we live to just help one other human being and make their life better in some capacity, then we've done it. But I've helped a little bit here and there, and that's what we're supposed to be doing, But this human race, man, it's slowed down all the way to a stroll and maybe even stopped. And there's this awakening that's happening. I've been waiting years for this, man, but it's happening, that people are waking up, that a spirit is supposed to be free. A spirit is boundless. It doesn't have boundaries. It's infinite. A spirit is infinite. Our spirits are infinite. And when people live in such a way that they're so self-serving, so selfish, egotistical, empty, it's just gross. We have a chance. Yeah, people think I'm crazy. I'm like, I don't even know what crazy is, because from where my perspective is, there's like, what is crazy? Is it people that think something? Does that make somebody, if somebody has a thought that everybody else is, does that make them crazy? Or is it that they have to say something? Is a crazy person somebody that says something that they think? Is that a crazy person, or do you just have to think it? Or is a crazy person that thinks something, says something, and does something? See? And what is that something? People that do very selfishness is the root of all. It's just so easy to see. And I live in the fucking ghetto in New Mexico, dude. It's considered like the shittiest part of fucking Taos, if there could be a shitty part. Right? There's trailers everywhere, there's garbage everywhere, junk everywhere, right? But you got like, you know, these families of like 8, 9, 10. Hey! It's okay. You scared me. Benny, come here, Benny. It's okay. He wanted a drink of water. Come here, Benno. Come here. Benny, come here. Luna, you let him by. She was asleep, and he wanted a drink of water, and that's what happened. And I got scared. I'm a little jumpy today. Evidently, the energy for Aries are going to be freaking like this for the next little bit. Come on, Benny. Let's go get a drink of water. Come on. Go on. I'll escort you. Good boy. Little cat. Come on, go come on, get a drink. I didn't even go get water today. I didn't go nowhere. I didn't know if mom could walk. So potassium. I gotta write. As a matter of fact, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, River, potassium. I am so hooked. I got such an addictive personality. I'm even hooked on phonics. Yeah, I'm a shitty speller. Because I spell things, I sound them out. Spell them how they sound to me. Ugh. Hey, Carl. I'm glad to see you, buddy. I'm so glad to see you. Piece from mackerel. Where's that? Where's mackerel? It sounds like a fish, huh? It sounds like a religious fish.
A religious fish.
Holy mackerel.
I haven't
Religious fish. I said some. I've been coming up with the fucking funniest jokes. I had 2 today, and I should have wrote them down. I had jokes earlier. Sometimes Mom's has jokes too, so what? But that's the best thing, man. Laughter is the best thing. Laughter is the best medicine. Oh, I never asked Fragine if those DVDs work, if she had anything to play those DVDs in.
Could you do it now?
No, I'll do it later. But laughter is just the most important. For me, it's always been most important because however low I feel, it's always raised me up. It's raised me up. And I grew up watching, I almost bought the entire series of Mama's Family the other day. At Wally World, they had it. And I opted. I didn't. But it just took me back, because when we were younger, we didn't have a lot. Most of the time we didn't have cable, but we had each other, and we all had pretty good senses of humor,
We were survivors.
Nah, still are. I'm tired of having to just survive, man. I want to be like some of these other yokels over here, that just freaking, oh, everything's great, everything's wonderful. Yeah, live in the land of freaking la. So, I don't even know what's going on. Let's take a minute and look what's going on in the news today. I don't want that. Oh, I did get a screenshot, though. Where is it? Library, all photos. I got a screenshot. It was a story, because, I don't know how these people have jobs. I mean, Why don't they? What people when they make mistakes, they should have to give some of their wages back. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, like you fuck up, you gotta give like half. You know, you're wrong with the weather. Nope. You know, every day a weatherman's wrong. $100. Give it back. Give it back. Right. So anyway, the story was that Katie Seagal from Married with Children, she's on Connors now. She was on that show Rebel. Anyway, she got hit by a car in LA. She's fine. But there's no work ethic. This is like MSN, you know, a big website, right? Lots of people read it, and this Lizzie Buzzsack person, you know, it's like, we're the editors. Is anybody doing anything? You know? So, Katie, Married with Children star Katie Seagal rushed to the hospital after getting by a car, report. That's what it says. After getting by a car, report. It's like, you know, there's so many stupid people that are getting shit when us smart people are like, what's wrong with this picture? You know, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's all over the place. Really. I braided my hair today. I'm trying to figure out how to do it myself. And I did actually a pretty good job if I wouldn't have started from back to front. But I'm getting there. I'll figure it out. But I just want to, you know, I could do a fishtail too. I used to be able to do those. Just because I have a lot of masculine energy doesn't mean I don't like to do girl stuff sometimes. Heck, how many masculine dudes in the world like to wear fucking dresses? Come on, cut me some slack. Anyway, a lot of weird stuff is happening. People are coming into their who they always wanted to be, not who people wanted them to be. Yep. What else? So more protests. See, because as you see more people protest that volcano, watch that volcano. It's the pressure, man. It's the pressure inside, like the collective, everybody, some average of all parts. That pressure is mounting and it's about to freaking poop. Because it never has, Ma. We've lived a lie for century after century of this storyline where some fucking rich assholes feel like that they can fucking run everybody else's lives because of who they are. And it's like, you don't get to do that. It's got to end. It's got to stop. We can't have heaven on earth, but people got to start caring less about, oh, that's what I was saying. I live in a freaking shit part of town, but there's fucking Audis everywhere. You live in a shit trailer, but you drive a $60,000 truck. It just doesn't make sense. It's just weird. But I guess, you know, do people still think like that? Like, do they go out and do they go like, oh, that person drives this kind of car, they must be a really great person, or they're all about success? Do people even think like that anymore? I don't think people even think like that anymore. I think that people just feel like they deserve luxurious things, that for whatever reason their station in life has allotted them a position where they are entitled to a bunch of bullshit, when there are so many people in this nation that don't even have an address. So it ain't that world anymore. Anyway, 28 years for attempted murder when some people do like 2 for actually following through. It's just crazy, man. That's fit. Oh, that's rad. Thank you, George. I don't even like Star Trek. I think it's all stupid. But William Shatner hits back after George Tataki, or whatever his name is, called him a guinea pig and unfit. He is unfit, dude. They're all fucking heifers. You know? Because of who they are. Because they deserve the best food, the best liquor, the best of everything. You ever hear see if you can find the 911 call of when his wife died. William Shatner. I think he killed her, man.
Really?
Yeah. My wife is he's all nonchalant. He's totally calm, totally cool. My wife is at the bottom of the swimming pool. I think she drowned. I'm just like, but, I mean, how many people are freaking buried in the desert because of the Rat Pack? Huh? All you got to do is be popular and have money. You can go around and do whatever you want. You don't have to have any moral constitution of any kind. No. Not at all. And look where it's gotten the world. Look where it's gotten us. What is this? What else is going on in the news? They need to just stop saying Democrats and Republicans. They just need to say politicians and lawyers, because that's all that they are. There is no political party. Why do people even think that there is? Don't you know? Haven't people noticed that they just kind of trade what their agendas are? They trade. It's whatever it can be done to create cognitive dissonance. It's whatever. You know what else creates cognitive dissonance? When people say that they're going to do something and don't do it. It's all of that stuff. It's all of the lack of integrity. It's all the lies. It's the sewage of what this planet has become. It's just slop. Because of what people deserve. It's a trip to me. Evidently, people are going to start coming to their heart. They're going to start going, oh my goodness, wait a minute. I'm a spiritual being. And then watch, all these rich people are going to start freaking throwing their money at, stop giving it. See, when rich people give it for non-for-profits and stuff for that tax return, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons. If you want to help people, give it to the people. There's people everywhere that need help. You give it to the non-for-profits and all these agencies. You can scroll through your Facebook because there's new federal agencies all over the place. Right? But the ones that are in place don't fucking help people. Like the VA. The VA is shit. I know somebody personally. Now, I personally had a shit experience with almost being homeless and having to reach out to the homeless VA from that entity. But those bitches still got paid. And they had 3 offices they had me go through. And they still couldn't fucking find a place for me because they are worthless. But you can be sure they are still getting paid, okay? The help never goes to the people. I know a guy called the VA suicide hotline. Everybody fucking cares about a veteran, right? Everybody cares. Nobody wants anybody to die, right? Right? Talks to a gal for an hour. She takes his info because she had something better to do. Right? She ended the conversation, said someone will be back with you within the week. Really? Fuck all of you government, federally run, all of you agencies, fuck all of you employees that are getting paid to help. You don't need to get paid because you're not doing your jobs. How many people, and you know what, I think they like it. I think they like going home well, I couldn't do this for that person because my hands are tied. I just, the rules say I can't. But, how many of these people, these rule followers, are freaking behind closed doors, the weird shit that they're doing. Right? Right? You're going to be straight edge here, but you're going to be you're going to fucking beat your kid, talk shit to your freaking, your spouse, just be an ugly human being. But over here at work, I was just doing my job. That's where people need to be freaking helping, cutting corners and going through loopholes. Fuck all these agencies. Fuck the feds. Fuck alphabet soup. Fuck all the military organizations. The only time these military personnel should be deployed ever is if somebody was freaking launching shit at us. No, that hasn't happened, has it? That hasn't happened. Maybe that's karma that's due. Is that how it works? When you dish stuff out, what you dish out comes back to you? I was listening to a talk with Pam. What's her? She's from the UK. She had some guy channel, and they were talking about how same stuff I've been talking about a few years ago. I started talking when I started seeing where these placements were going, and I was like, oh goodness, here we go, right? And it's like they're talking new constitution. They're talking, the nation is going to be different. And I'm like, is it going to be different because DC's not going to be there? Is that why it's going to be different? That could be why it's not, and how could DC not be there? What could happen to DC? Wouldn't have anything to do with the tsunami, and the thing of it is the sign, is all you have to do is to get the room to look at an event, and all they have to do is be in alignment with that tracks, and sometimes these events will happen. Yeah, so are people doing all the work for the next chapter? It was determined the power was off here for a couple hours. That was the day it snowed. It snowed here, then the power came off. You know what that did? That woke me up to the realization that I got to do more. I got to do better. I need to look at solar options. What am I going to do if something happens to keep mom warm? We were fine. It was just a few hours, but it's like, for the permit, I'm not near as ready as I'd like to be. I do have freaking the food and all that stuff, but I'm not near ready. My readiness isn't where I'd like it to be either. So things are going to be interesting. Again, we're in that nether window of people finding their tribes, and we're also in that fucking hellish window of conferences at Sedona. Is everyone going out to Sedona? I will never go to Sedona. Fuck Sedona, pretentious Sedonianites. Conferences in Sedona? God, there's everything else on the planet I'd fucking rather do. That is like a level of pretentiousness. It's a vibrational frequency. I ain't into that. But those are the people that, they get $500,000 readings and stuff, so you can come get closer to source, which is like a true authentic connection, but they want so much fucking money, which is reindeer games. So that to me creates a cognitive dissonance. It does not compute, You want to teach people about spirit and how to get a connect, that in retrospect, the last 4 years since I moved to Oregon, I feel like it's gotten me ready to help people get through what's coming next. See, because I got my isolation phase. I got when I was like, couldn't get a job. Worked for last W-2 I had, I worked for the third largest company on the planet at the time. And then I go to Oregon and I couldn't get a job at a freaking gas station. Rite Aid. Nowhere. Nobody would hire me. Then it was like, nah, you don't need to go to work anymore. You need to be a stay-at-home daughter. Or a work-from-home daughter or whatever. But my priorities shifted. So, and then all these people, and then the VA put me on the freaking antidepressants that has a 32% suicide rate, Yeah. And so, I tapered myself off because I witnessed my own thinking change. I'm like, Marge, this isn't you. This isn't you, Marge. This isn't what's different. Tapered myself off. So I understand about, and I don't like medicine. I don't like any kind of medicine. Mom doesn't either. I probably get it from her. But Mary, now and again, she'll maybe take an aspirin. I asked her that yesterday. I'm like, do I need to get aspirin? You haven't asked for one for a while, but I can get some if you want. But, so I've been isolated most of my life. in some capacity or another. So I did the isolation. I did the, I'm an alcoholic. After 13 years, I freaking jumped off the freaking wagon. I burned it down. I freaking, for 7 months. And then I had another moment of clarity that, Marge, this life isn't for you. You're going to end up dead, and nobody's going to take care of Mom. So stop that again. Only medicinal stuff I use is cannabis. That's it. That's all I use. That's all I do. Cannabis. I don't even drink coffee anymore. Well, I do when I go to the coffee shop. I'll get a cup of coffee. That's not true, but I don't drink it every day. And then I got a thing up, a decaf up in the cabinet for when I want some in the morning here. So the thing is you tune yourself in enough. You don't need all that stuff. See, people drink caffeine because it wakes them up and it gives them energy. I drink it because I like the way it tastes. I don't like the energy. I got plenty of my own. I don't need that. I don't even like sativa flower because it puts me up there, and I don't like to be up there, man. Ugh. I like to be even keel. And I would like to get more sleep, though. Yeah. Have you ever heard of that halt? Never get too hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. I'm not hungry today because I made some banging freaking. I sauteed some green peppers and onion and baked some chicken and made some more chicken and rice. It's pretty good though, but I doctored it up a little bit. Anyway, things are shifting, things are changing. That is so cool. I'm so glad to hear that, Carl. That like made my whole day. It really did. But people got to do the work, and that's the thing, is the individual does the work, and then they say you got to do foot prayers every day. You got to do something to make tomorrow a little bit different, even if it's just like tidying something up, at the end of the day. Or some people like to do the dishes before they go to bed. I like to do the dishes in the morning. Anyway, another day with no clouds. I don't like days with no clouds. They make me uneasy, but I was already uneasy anyway, so what difference does it make? Well, Mom's watching these cats all over the place. She loves them. And little Tango's over here knocked out, Ma. You see little Tango over there? He's been out all day. Anyway, so I think that's about all I got. I just, the energies that are always shifting and always changing, and depending on what your placements are, they could have adverse effects. The thing of it is we always have disciplines that we can do, but the thing of them is they're disciplines, and how many people don't want to do things to be disciplined. I know it's not fun, but I also know what the consequences are if I don't do my daily disciplines. And I don't meditate every day because some days the energies just aren't conducive, and some days I just can't go to the place. But there's other things I can do, and go dance. That's a good way for me to exercise and keep my back loose, dancing. Keep my blood flow going. I'm always walking the dogs. About every 2 hours, hour and a half, I'm walking the dog. One day I'm just like, one day I'm going to open the door and just say, get out. Not here, but when we have our forever home, just have a little yard, fenced in yard. Just go outside. I missed that in Omaha. Oh, gosh. Anyway, it's been a long road. But people know that whenever people, like you get up in the middle of the night, you can't sleep, you're freaking, start thinking about stuff that's scary and shit, stuff like that. I like to remember that the energy always shifts and it always changes. It's always changing, that it's not going to last. There's so many people that are just in so much emotional pain, physical pain, and they just can't, they don't got the live one day at a time concept. They don't know what that is. All they do is just understand that this is how they feel, and for some reason that they feel like they're going to feel like this every day for the rest of their life, and that is just not something that they can do. There's always a better way. There's always somebody to help. And Every day that I live, I see more and more people pass away and more people die. And adversely, that kind of makes me more grateful. Makes me more grateful for the day that for the life that I do have. Also makes me more cautious because people are egomaniacs everywhere. They're driving like assholes. They don't got no regard for life. They don't understand you're in a freaking, in a couple ton or two vehicle. You're pointing that at people. All that stuff. And there's going to be a lot of accidents and because people herself will run riot. And this is how they're going to learn. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. That was an accident. Well, some sorries aren't going to be, some things can't be freaking fixed with sorry, and a lot of people are going to figure out. Mom has been prepping me for this my whole entire life. Emotional control. I feel it when it comes up. I want to fucking race that asshole. I drive a minivan. I still want to try, damn it. You know what I mean? But that is my ego. So what do I do when I feel that? I want to yield. That's what I do. I yield. After you. Have a good day. Yeah, that's what I do. So, anyway, I struggle with this stuff too, man. And then it's like I can't think about tomorrow too. Not tomorrow or the tomorrows too much because of the way the energy is. Because frickin' maybe everybody else will be a hothead and I'll be like the level-headed one in the situations coming up here. I hope so. Wouldn't that be rad? Oh, that's rad, Carl. You made my whole day. You really did. That's how I feel about Jesse, is that when I was scared, it started right about now. It's 2 days from now, Mom, we left Oregon. 2 days from now. It was like, but it was only, I think it was like, I can't remember the day that lady sent the email and said, you can come stay here. And I was like, oh my God. Like we had a place to go. But I knew because of the astrology, because things were going in, but the placements are like, whatever you start that day is not going to work out. The day that I agreed to do it, And so I knew it was going to be a stepping stone, but I didn't know it was going to be fucking brutally as painfully as uncomfortable it was. Like figuratively and literally, because her fucking dog bit me 2 times in the leg too. Yeah, I did. Her fucking German Shepherd thing. Oh God, that sucked. Anyway. And just her, just because she felt bad about herself, she treated me like shit and then would make things hard. And people that make things hard for people just because they feel bad and they want just like puppet dance, that's some twistedness, man. I think she was jealous because you and I are so close and I tried so hard to take care of you and keep our family together. And according to her, she had her dad live with her, or she lived with her dad for like 6 months, and he just wanted to eat cheeseburgers every day, so he died of a heart attack. I'm like, Mom, I would never let you eat cheese. I don't care if you wanted to eat cheeseburgers every day, which you wouldn't, but that's like fast track to freaking death right there is cheeseburgers every, People, like you said, Mom, people just get jealous. But that was a growing experience because I got to learn my restraint. I did. And I got to get closer to God. I did. I got to get closer to my source, my higher power, and that due diligence that, He provides. And if He didn't provide, Earth Angel, somebody watches my videos, I want to help you. Nobody I know, all the fucking people that I have ever known on this planet, my whole entire life, and as important as they've always let me know that they are, not one of them would help me, but a complete stranger wrote me a check for $15,000 and said, find a place for you and your mom. I want to, and I'm like, and I was like, and I kept saying, like, from like the last year, I was like, why? I know there's good people out there. Why can't I find, why can't I get in, why can't I find my same free trial? Why can't I find them? And then that happened, and it's just like, Marge, you sound like a snivelly, whiny little baby bitch when you complain, and you know God freaking see, you know. So now whenever I get scared or whatever, I think about how he got us through that experience and how he's got us through our whole lives, Ma. Mom had a major brainstem stroke at 38 years old. I am blessed that, Ma, next month you're going to be 71. She's over here going, shh. I love you so much, little lady. So rad. Anyway, I think I've run my mouth long enough. See, I was all when I started, and I always feel looser when I talk, you know, because I'm plugging into some homies, you know. Even though they're not here, I know that they're like me, because they either that or they're sitting in their living room making fun of me. But but if they're willing to listen to what I have to say, then, you know, I know I'm not alone. I know there are people out there that I can connect with. They're just so far and in between, and they're hard to find, and I don't know their numbers, and I